there, welcome to puppy development. We're talking about 13 to 16 weeks right now. Puppy's getting pretty big and pretty grown up thinking. I think of this as sort of like a preteen / teenage phase. Our sweet angels, all of them that we've had as puppies, all of a sudden they turn around, it's like their heads start spinning in circles and our sweet puppy goes away for a little while. Well, let me tell you some characteristics of this time period and what we need to do as puppy owners. So, mouthing. OMG, mouthing. I have so many stories about things and people and me. I've got bones that have been broken just by accidentally sticking my hand in a dog's face. Mouthing, it's those puppy teeth are coming out and the adult teeth are coming in. And you know from the get-go, when you held your puppy when he was little, the first thing they start doing is trying to chew on your fingers. It was back then that when they were so sweet and they were like, that was what led us to here when it comes to the mouthing part. So we got to go back in time and stop that. But if we can't, I tried and it didn't go very far. Our puppy, Buddy, he doesn't care if it's human flesh, if it's upholstery, if it's styrofoam, if it's metal, ceramic. He started chewing on the bathroom tile where there was a little corner. Everything was mouthing. So there are tons and tons and tons of toys and activities that you can give your puppy to help him when he's mouthing, because he's cutting. That's the word. He's cutting new teeth. And one of the things that I learned about with Buddy that I hadn't done before is get a washcloth nice and wet, roll it up, super duper duper, squeeze it out and put it in the freezer, and it feels good on their gums. We also got a couple of puppy teething rings that went in the freezer. And here's the thing too, different textures and temperatures, all of that feels good, but it's also learning. We've been saying all along during puppy development, they're learning. So having different types of stimulation, even for teething, is really important to keep them focused on chewing on what they need to be chewing on. If you guys will look at an episode I did a little series on mental stimulation. I talked about some things that I put in the freezer. That's just as good for a teething puppy as it is for any dog that just needs some mental exercise. All dogs need mental exercise, but check that out. Let's see. This is a little bit of exaggeration too. I talked about that preteen thing. Buddy, they'll tell you, I have read and I've talked to trainers in obedience classes, and they always say, when the dog bites or a puppy bites a littermate and it hurts, they yip and turn away, and they know, that way the puppy knows it hurts them when I do that and they're not going to pay attention to me. That didn't work for me, not with this puppy. Very, very determined. So a yip became a scream, and I'm not going to do it to scare you, but literally a real short little and it startles him and he won't do it anymore. I've noticed lately when he thinks about it, if I'm petting him and he thinks about biting, I just move my hand and he's like, don't scream, lady, don't scream. So there's one thing that everybody said would work that didn't for me, but when I screamed, it worked. And I'm sure my husband loves to hear me randomly scream when I'm going around the house. The other thing too, my precious puppies have always been right by my side. I've never had problems I've never had problems on come when called, because I worked so hard to be the most interesting thing in their lives. Not with Buddy. This guy is not having it. So he was by my side all the time, and all of a sudden got interested in what was going on around him and would not come back. So in preparation for that, a couple of dogs ago, I never needed it, but now I do. They sell leashes, you guys, that are like 15 feet long. I am not an advocate of tying a dog up. This leash allows him to get away from me, to go and explore something, and if he doesn't want to come back, I bring him back. I can pull him back. So I watch the leash, and he gets to explore and learn and grow. And also learn that when I say come back, you have to. It's not an option. And that recall will save a dog's life. It's really, really important that we have that. And this is my first experience of having to work for it. And as Buddy came out of his little preteen phase, he was back to all I had to do was say his name. So there's something else to look at in this 13 to 16 week period. That's it. That's it. Sorry, a little check of the notes. That's it for 13 to 16 weeks. The next episode is going to be the very last one on puppy development for now. We'll get them all the way up to the adult years. Thank you for watching. I hope that if you followed the series or if you've just used it for reference, that it's given you some food for thought and motivation to go out and learn more and have more experiences with your dog. I'm Jenny from Big Dog TV and Big Dog Magazine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and please tell everybody. So, until next time.